Shalom, 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 shalom. Yes, everyone, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Joseph. Just wanted to reach out to you all real quick about the video I did based on the Hebrew Matthew Shem Tov text, and it was called "Was the Messiah Worshipped?" And we looked at the Hebrew word where it says worshipped, and we found out that though the word can be translated as worship, when we see in the Hebrew culture that when a prophet even would bow to the king, as Nathan did to David, that he would do obeisance or bow to him in a certain way that would show respect, as that he was a superior. And we find that David did this to Shaul, and it's understood in the context of an Israelite bowing to another Israelite, that they were not worshiping them as the creator of the universe. They were bowing to them out of respect for their position that the creator of the universe had given that person. Now, what the wise men were thinking, we don't know exactly, because they weren't Israelites, but this word, it was used there, and it is the same word that was used when David bowed to Saul. And we see this throughout the Tanakh. Now, we also see that this bowing, this prostrating oneself can be a form of worship to the creator of the universe. And when it's around him, it is directing that he is the supreme authority. He is the supreme ruler. He is Melech HaOlam. So one of the things that was brought up was, well, what about the Greek text? And some people were actually saying that the Hebrew Matthew, the Shem Tov Matthew, is bad. You shouldn't look at it because it tells you that the Messiah is not what they think he is, that he's something more than a man. And well, of course, the Messiah, he had to be a man anyways. He had to be a full man in order, if you believe in the ransom and the redemption, he had to be a full man, but a perfect man, equal to Adam before he sinned, in order for all that the ransom sacrifice and the restitution that he brings to fulfill. If he was more than Adam, then he wouldn't have been the equal balance to Adam. He was a perfect man. He's a greater man than any of us, for sure. And he is a king of the line of David, and is the Messsiah king, and actually lives and rules and reigns in the heavens with his father. And that's a whole other topic. Now, it was brought out, the Hebrew Matthew has inconsistencies within the manuscripts, and absolutely. And so you have those here in the footnotes here. You see it shows you different text with different spellings. Most of the time it's different spellings, how they spelled a word slightly differently. And it's not normally major differences. And you see this in the Greek text also. But just saying, if I was to only go by the Greek text, if I looked it all up, you would reach the same conclusion. If this was, and so this word that they're translating the King James as worship can also be translated as bow. Now I'm going to just go over here, and it says here very clear that it can again be used to bow or prostrate oneself, and the Greek word is 4352 in the Strong's Concordance, and it means, the short definition is I worship, but it has to mean to go down on your knees to do obeisance. So it could be to kneel before someone or towards someone. And the word is proskuneo. And it says down here in the footnotes of the Thayer Greek lexicon, it says it very clear: by kneeling or prostrating to do homage to one or make obeisance, whether in order to express respect or to make supplication. It is used of homage shown to men of superior rank. Absolutely. So it's not out of context to think that someone, when it says that someone worshiped the Messiah, what they really were doing was not worshiping him as the creator of the universe, as Christians take it, but they were bowing to him as having superior authority. And this is in harmony with the scriptures. It's in harmony with the Tanakh. It's in harmony with the expressed will of the creator, that we should not bow to any other like we would worship him. But it's okay. The King of Israel, you can show respect to, because the Almighty gave him his authority. As long as you understand that he's not the creator of the universe, he's not Melech HaOlam, even if he is king of Israel. There's a bunch of things to talk about, brothers and sisters. And so look it up in the Greek, look it up in the Hebrew, and I use all of them. I even sometimes refer to the Latin text, because I try to look at everything we got. It's good to put everything on the table. We also have the Aramaic text, and just look, study, seek, and you will see. But always remember, we've got to have the context. We've got to know the culture, and you got to realize how foreign of an idea it is for the Yahudim, for the true Israelites who observe Torah, for any of us to bow down to a man and worship him as the creator. That's against Torah. That's against the law. As the commandment says, Shema Yisrael, Yehovah Eloheinu, Yehovah Echad. He is one. Yehovah is one. He is our Elohim alone, and him we will serve. And he is also Yehoshua's Elohim, Yehoshua's Av, his father, and he is also Avi, my father, and he's also your father. So brothers and sisters, we have one creator, and we give thanks for the Messiah, who is the one he sent, and who is the anointed king of Israel from the line of David. And we give thanks for all these things. And so as we continue studying these things, I just want you to know that if you look it up in the Greek, it's also true that and you take the context in the same way. He was kneeled down to as a superior to the wise men. And when anyone else, any other Israelite would see him and recognize him as Messsiah, or recognize him as the king, or as a ruler, sent from true Elohim, they were doing that out of respect, but they weren't worshiping him as the creator. So please keep posting your comments, your questions, and let's keep digging into this. So send love to everybody. Have a great day. Shalom, shalom.